We can get this.
Yeah, because you look good. When you had the ball, you were looking good because you were pulling away from Freya little by little. So I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So when I saw play, I was like, damn.
Usain Bolt just exposed the shocking reality behind his legendary rivalry with Michael Johnson, and it's nothing like you've heard before. His raw honesty, the fierce drive to prove doubters wrong, and the unrelenting pressure he faced paint a picture far beyond the track. From shutting down critics to making a bold stand on the podcast, Bolt's response is more intense than ever. This is a side of him you've never witnessed. The Jamaican sprinting legend, known for his typically jovial demeanor, showed a rarely seen competitive fire as he systematically dismantled Johnson's claims with both his words and his historic accomplishments. This unexpected verbal showdown between two track icons has revealed the intense rivalry and personal feelings that simmered beneath the surface of their public personas, giving fans a glimpse into the psychological warfare that exists even among the sport's greatest champions. I looked at the 200-meter world record as untouchable. That's how I looked at it, facts. When it comes to 200, I don't fear anybody, nobody. I'm ready all the time to go. You know what I mean. Remember, he was the one that said, "I couldn't break the world record," Bolt stated pointedly during the podcast, referencing Johnson's doubts about his abilities. This direct challenge to Johnson's assessment carries extra weight, considering the incredible achievements that followed.
Eating up the ground. I was like, yeah, we definitely winning this. I was like, we definitely winning this for sure. You know what I mean? So
as soon as I saw them hit the turn, I was like, damn, Blake. I was like,
exactly.
I said, because as soon as I passed the baton, I was like, oh, we could.
Yeah.
I said, we can get this.
Yeah, because you look good. When you had the ball, you were looking good because you were pulling away from Freya little by little. So I was like, yo, that's crazy.
Bolt not only broke Johnson's supposedly untouchable 200-meter record, but absolutely shattered it. First with a 19.30-second performance at the 2008 Beijing Olympics, and then lowering it further to an astonishing 19.19 seconds at the 2009 IAAF World Championships in Berlin. The 8-time Olympic gold medalist's choice to bring up this criticism years later demonstrates how deeply Johnson's skepticism affected him and likely served as powerful motivation throughout his career. The timing of Bolt's comments is particularly interesting, coming years after his retirement, suggesting these competitive wounds remain fresh despite his unquestionable status as the greatest sprinter of all time.
Set.
Oh, they're away, and Gatling got away brilliantly, and he's ahead of the field at the moment, and Bolt going very, and here comes Usain Bolt! Usain Bolt storming through, he takes it again, Blake gets the silver, 9.64! Oh, he's retained his title in the most emphatic way! Brilliant!
The clash between these track titans represents more than just a personal dispute. It symbolizes a changing of the guard in the sprinting world that Johnson may have been reluctant to acknowledge. Before Bolt's emergence, Johnson's 200-meter world record of 19.32 seconds, set at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics, stood for 12 years and was considered by many to be one of athletics' truly untouchable marks. Johnson, an 8-time world champion himself with a distinctive upright running style and gold spike shoes, had revolutionized sprinting in his era and clearly took pride in the longevity of his record. Bolt's recollection that, same time I was breaking the world record. Remember they had saying, "Yo, come on, man," suggests a dismissive attitude from Johnson and others even as Bolt was in the process of making history. This dynamic reveals the complex emotions that can arise when new stars emerge to challenge established legends, creating tensions that extend beyond the track and into questions of legacy and historical standing within the sport.
Field, drive.
Set.
2 more throws.
We are pick up for. That can't benefit you. Yes, you pick. Not even fractionally big.
What makes Bolt's brutal response particularly shocking is how it contradicts the public's perception of his seemingly carefree attitude toward competition. While fans grew accustomed to his pre-race antics, lightning bolt pose, and celebratory dance moves, these comments reveal a fiercely competitive internal drive that fueled his unprecedented achievements. Bolt's declaration that, "My levels over 200 meters was good, but I think because I've worked on my 200 so much craft," challenges the narrative that his success came primarily from natural talent rather than dedicated training. This insight into his mindset suggests that beneath the playful exterior was an athlete deeply committed to his craft and acutely aware of doubters like Johnson who questioned his potential. The contrast between Bolt's public persona and this glimpse of his competitive fire makes his response to Johnson all the more impactful, showing that even the most seemingly relaxed champions can harbor intense motivation from perceived slights and skepticism about their abilities.
2012, I was right beside him. When the gun went, I felt like he just took a step. He was one step ahead of me as soon as the gun went. And I'm like, how is this even possible?
Bolt's achievements are extraordinary. In addition to dominating the 200 meters, he holds world records in the 100 meters, 9.58 seconds, and as part of Jamaica's 4x100 meters relay team, making him the only sprinter to hold all 3 major sprint records. With 8 Olympic golds and 14 World Championship medals, Bolt is one of the most dominant athletes in history. His success makes his dismissal of Johnson's doubts significant. He didn't just prove his critic wrong, he changed what people thought was possible. Even after his retirement, his world records remain unbroken, proving the lasting impact of his dominance. Behind Bolt's extraordinary success and the confidence to deliver such a brutal response to Johnson lies a journey marked by important lessons from earlier failures. During an appearance on the High Performance podcast last year, Bolt revealed crucial insights into his development as an athlete. "That's what helped me to get better. It's one thing I've learned. If you can be truthful to yourself, that's how you get better. Because a lot of people like to point fingers at others," he explained, highlighting the self-reflection that drove his improvement. This philosophical approach to failure and personal responsibility adds depth to the Bolt-Johnson dynamic, suggesting that skepticism from figures like Johnson may have actually contributed to the self-improvement mindset that helped Bolt achieve greatness. His willingness to look inward rather than blame external factors stands in stark contrast to his direct calling out of Johnson's incorrect assessment of his potential. The impact of this shocking exchange extends beyond just these 2 legendary athletes, touching on broader themes of respect, legacy, and the psychology of elite competition. For a sport that often appears genteel and respectful on the surface, Bolt's comments pull back the curtain on the intense competitive drive and personal rivalries that fuel record-breaking performances. His 4 Laureus World Sportsman of the Year awards and global icon status haven't erased the motivation he drew from proving doubters wrong throughout his career. Johnson, despite his own incredible achievements, now faces the uncomfortable position of having his skepticism about Bolt's potential permanently attached to his legacy. This dynamic reveals how the psychological aspects of competition can reverberate long after the actual races have ended, shaping how legendary athletes view each other and are remembered by fans. Bolt's willingness to revisit this old slight years after establishing his dominance suggests that even the greatest champions never fully forget those who doubted them on their path to great.
If I wasn't, it's good thing I'm mentally tough, because if you're not mentally tough and you see that as a person, your vibe is broken immediately.
Usain Bolt's bold confrontation with Michael Johnson has left the athletics world buzzing. Some are shocked by his direct criticism, while others admire the rare insight into the competitive drive behind his success. It's clear that Bolt used skepticism as motivation, showing his rivalries went beyond just those on the track. This moment adds complexity to how we view legendary athletes and their hidden motivations. What are your thoughts? Share in the comments and subscribe to our channel for more updates.
I start struggling. I gotta try to blame that man. Have some respect, big man. And them that upset me. Them thing no me hear about it, me I say, what?
The story began at Jamaica's prestigious Racers Track Club, where coach Glenn Mills transformed raw talent into Olympic medalists. Blake joined the club in 2009, following Bolt's extraordinary success at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Under Mills's guidance, Blake achieved remarkable results, including silver medals in both 100 meters and 200 meters at the London Olympics. The training environment at Racers Track Club fostered multiple champions, with Mills's expertise playing a crucial role in developing world-class sprinters. These achievements made the recent criticism even more surprising to many in the track and field community.
Come, gentlemen. Drive, field. Drive.
Set.
2 more toes.
Where you pick up from? Where that can't benefit you. Yes, you pick. Not even fractionally big.
Bolt's defensive mills came with specific examples of the coach's impact. Blake is the second fastest man in the world, while Warren won a bronze at the Olympics and silver at the World Championships, Bolt said.
Blake second fastest man in the world. This man say, Warren win Olympic bronze medal, world champion silver medal. Yo, the man take it from hurdles, cause his knee was a problem. So he has to get injured. My coach stop it from hurdles and carry go at 200 and turn in a star. Blake a come from struggling from Diego with a back problem and turn in a star. All these athletes, Bailey Cole, turn in a star. And then now, because you decided to now not do what you were supposed to do.
He detailed how Mills adapted training methods for each athlete, including shifting Warren Weir from hurdles to the 200 meters due to knee problems. The 8-time Olympic gold medalist highlighted Mills's ability to identify and nurture talent, transforming athletes with physical limitations into international stars. These successes made the recent criticism seem particularly ungrateful in Bolt's view. But wait, there is more. The controversy deepened when Bolt revealed specific instances of athletes not following Mills's guidance. He described how Warren Weir would skip training sessions for trips to Florida, compromising his preparation. Blake's case proved equally concerning, with Bolt noting how he often ignored Mills's injury management advice. These revelations painted a picture of athletes potentially sabotaging their own success by disregarding professional guidance. The Olympic champion's detailed account suggested that any setbacks resulted from athletes' choices rather than coaching deficiencies.
Blake second fastest man in the world. This man say, Warren win Olympic bronze medal, world champion silver medal. Yo, the man take it from hurdles, cause his knee was a problem. So he has to get injured. My coach stop it from hurdles and carry go at 200 and turn in a star. Blake a come from struggling from Diego with a back problem and turn in a star. All these athletes, Bailey Cole, turn in a star. And then now, because you decided to now not do what you were supposed to do and start struggling, I can try to blame that man. Have some respect, big man. And them that upset me. Them thing now me hear about it, me I say, what? So me just talk freely. Me I say, yo, Una would be nobody without Coach Mills. That man's a genius. Watch him man there.
Bolt's criticism extended beyond just defending Mills. It addressed a broader issue of accountability in athletics. Have some respect, big man, Bolt said, expressing his disappointment in his former teammates' behavior. He emphasized how athletes should take responsibility for their actions during training sessions instead of shifting blame to their coach. This perspective highlighted the importance of personal accountability in athletic achievement, suggesting that success requires more than just good coaching. The impact of proper training adherence became clear through Bolt's examples. He specifically addressed Blake's injury situations, noting how different decisions might have led to better outcomes. When he got injured and the coach would say, "This is the direction that I want us to go," then Johan Blake would decide that, "No, this not what I want to do," Bolt revealed. These decisions, according to the sprint legend, directly impacted Blake's career trajectory and potentially limited his achievements.
What was the fallout from that?
If I want to follow nothing, if I want to, I don't mind talk about this, because that upset me.
Like it seemed like it really genuinely.
Yeah, man, that upset me deeply.
I don't want to interview them or think them see in a video where you talk passionately.
Yeah, man, I don't care. Even though I'm not afraid to call people. That's the only thing me ever say, yo.
Yes.
Me not afraid.
Call name and
because you have to understand, I must say me dead and see this. I watch Blake come in injured. Watch Warren come in injured. Watch Bailey Cole come in injured. Watch the other little two youth them, because them not deserve a come in injured.
That's crazy, Bolt.
Me watch.
That's crazy.
But if I understand, my coaches so help build me, put me on me there.
Bolt talked about how important a good coach is for an athlete. He said Mills's training helped many athletes improve and that trusting a coach is key to success. Bolt's own amazing career happened because he followed Mills's guidance. He also pointed out that athletes who didn't listen or change their training struggled to succeed.
You know, normal push, I'm step wide. When push it, go over here, somebody get nothing. You're supposed to be in control of your foot. So if you go over there, it must get the information from headquarters.
Coach Mills's training philosophy received strong validation through Bolt's defense. The Olympic champion described Mills as a genius who understood how to develop athletes for long-term success. This assessment carried particular weight coming from track and field's most decorated sprinter. Bolt's achievements under Mills's guidance provided compelling evidence of the coach's methods, making the recent criticism seem even more misplaced.
Set.
Paul ist der schnellste aus den Blöcken. Jetzt kommt er. Und jetzt ist Usain Bolt nicht zu halten. Nein, er gewinnt. 9,58 Weltrekord.
The broader impacts of this controversy extend throughout Jamaican athletics and beyond. Jamaica's sprinting dominance over the past decades owes much to coaches like Mills, whose methods helped establish the country as a global track and field powerhouse. Athletes questioning these proven methods risk undermining the system that created multiple champions. Bolt's intervention serves to protect not just Mills' reputation, but the entire framework of Jamaican sprint excellence. His words carry extra weight given his role as the country's most successful track athlete.
Ein Wahnsinn!
The timing of Blake's comments adds another layer to this situation. Coming years after his peak performances, his criticism of Mills sparked debate about athlete-coach relationships after retirement. Many athletes face challenges transitioning from their competitive careers, sometimes leading to retrospective criticism of former mentors. Bolt's swift response suggests he recognizes the danger of letting such criticisms go unchallenged, especially from athletes of Blake's stature. The exchange highlights how post-career narratives can impact current athletes' perceptions of coaching methods. The training environment at Racers Track Club deserves closer examination. Under Mills's guidance, the facility produced multiple Olympic medalists and world champions. Bolt described a structured system where success depended on following proven methods and maintaining discipline. Warren Weir's reported absences and Blake's resistance to injury management protocols contrast sharply with this professional environment. Their struggles after deviating from Mills's guidance serve as cautionary tales for current and future athletes. Statistics support Bolt's defense of Mills' methods. Blake's 9.69 seconds in the 100 meters, making him the second fastest man in history, came under Mills' guidance. Warren Weir's transformation from a hurdler with knee problems to an Olympic bronze medalist in the 200 meters demonstrates Mills' ability to adapt training for individual athletes. These achievements make the recent criticism particularly puzzling as both athletes reach their peak performances under Mills's supervision. The media's role in this controversy merits attention. Blake's comments on the Good Morning JoJo sports show gained traction quickly, forcing Bolt's response. The situation demonstrates how modern media can amplify disagreements within sports communities, potentially damaging reputations built over decades. Bolt's direct approach to addressing these comments shows awareness of how unchallenged criticisms can shape public perception. Looking ahead, this controversy could influence future athlete-coach relationships in track and field. Young athletes watching this situation unfold must balance respecting proven coaching methods with maintaining their own agency. Bolt's defense of Mills establishes clear expectations about professional behavior and accountability in elite athletics. His intervention helps preserve the credibility of successful coaching methods for the next generation.